Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 10th Annual Walk of Honor. Boy, I can't believe it's been 10 years. It started out very small on the green in Danbury. I think we had maybe 20 to 30 people at the very first Walk of Honor, and look what it's grown into. So thank you all for being here and recognizing and celebrating our veterans. So I really appreciate it, and I'm sure they do too. Now I would like to ask all veterans to please raise their hands if they're comfortable. Thank you all for your service. Our invocation will be done by Maggie Cortez. Welcome, Maggie.
God, we thank you for allowing us to be here today to celebrate those that have paid for our freedom in one way or another. We thank you that we still do have freedom, God, and there are still those out there that are taking care of business. We ask that you would be in this place, have your way in this ceremony, and bless all those that have come out today and let them go home, not forgetting about what we are celebrating. Amen.
The Girl Scouts will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Okay, that's all, buddy. Over your heart. Over your heart. Over your heart. Usually you put your hat over your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'm going to welcome Maggie Cortez again to sing the national anthem. Her father was a World War II vet. Her sons are both military. One son is retired from the Marine Reserves, and Zachary, her youngest, is stationed in Italy right now. He'll be there for 2 years, so please keep them in your mind too as we move forward with the day. Welcome, Maggie. Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the That was Rick Morley, who's been playing the bagpipes from the Celtic Cross Pipes and Drums of Danbury. Thank you, Rick. Now I would like to welcome Mayor Boughton, who I've introduced him many times over the years, but this year's extra special. I'm really honored to be able to welcome him today.
Thank you, Mary. I think we have, in some ways, a unique experience together. We share a common bond, but it really makes you feel incredibly blessed to be at an event like today, to be on the right side of things. So, Mary, congratulations on your recovery. I'm still working on mine, but it's always an absolute honor to be here today. I want to thank some of our wonderful helpers, if you will, that kind of stand tall for every event that we have throughout the year. They don't go unnoticed, and I want to just share a moment with you to thank them. Our Danbury Police Honor Guard, which is over there, that does every single holiday. The Danbury Explorers that are here, that spend their time directing traffic and kind of keeping us all organized and in the right direction. We thank them for bringing their colors today. Danbury Council of Veterans that stand behind me for being the custodians of our democracy here every time that we've asked them to. And of course, we also want to thank all of you for coming out here today. We appreciate the fact that you've given up your Sunday, a small part of your Sunday nonetheless, but a part of your Sunday to thank, recognize, remember the veterans that are among us. Those that were in the past, those that are here today, and those that will be in the future. This is an important day. It's an important day because we spend a moment or two just thinking and reflecting on the sacrifices that they have given us so that we can come here and we can peaceably assemble, that we can worship the way we want to worship, that we can exercise our First Amendment rights the way we want to exercise them, without fear of interference or without any kind of problems with the federal government or any other government. They stand ready at all times to defend those constitutional rights that we have, and we should be, and we are deeply indebted for what they do for us. We thank and honor the men and women who are spread across the globe today, that are giving their lives so that we may be here today as well. It's not easy doing what they do each and every day, and we are deeply indebted to them as well. But here today we recognize the men and women who came from Danbury, who served our great city in a variety of capacities, who may serve us in the future, whose names are listed on these beautiful plaques that you see spread throughout the War Memorial and the memorial grounds itself. And we thank them for a job well done, and we thank them for what they have given us. This is a great and beautiful country. It's a great and beautiful country because of people like Lee Teicholz and Mary Teicholz that every fall have this event just as a small way of saying thank you. It's a beautiful country because of people like Dan Hayes, who we're going to honor in a few minutes, for giving all the things that he's given to us and serving as a veteran himself, but also serving to aid veterans now who need our help. It's a great country because of people like our new commissioner, Tom Sadi, for the work that he does with our veterans on a statewide level, advocating every day to ensure that they get all the tools that they need to reintegrate back into society. That's what makes America great, because we respect and revere those who have served us. So today, we walk with joy in our hearts, admiration, a sense of remembrance for those who gave their lives, and certainly a way to recognize this great land that we live in. Thank you for being here. This is the greatest country on earth. Bob Godfrey, thank you for coming as well. And certainly, I'll take the applause. God bless America, everybody. Thank you.
I would like to introduce another friend of mine, State Representative of the 138th District, Michael Ferguson. He will give an introduction for the poetry contest.
Thank you very much, Mary. Great to be here again this year. After our very successful student essay contest last year, at last year's Walk of Honor, we decided that we had to do it again this year. But in order to put the talent of our students really to the test, this year we decided to make the contest a poetry contest. And let me say, these students did not disappoint. We once again teamed up with King Street School, having 4th and 5th graders from King Street Intermediate participate in this contest. Students were asked to write a poem in order to answer one very important question: what is a veteran? We had over 100 students hand in poems, and a team at King Street narrowed it down to the top 5 for each grade. Then came the very hard work of choosing our 2 winners. All of the poems were very moving, bringing up different kinds of thoughts and emotions. Through their poetry, the students showcased how important it is to honor our veterans, to thank them for their service, and to also recognize the sacrifices that their families make while their loved ones are overseas. These students inspired me too, because they showed that they understand how blessed we are to be Americans, and I join them in thanking the brave men and women who have and continue to fight for our freedom so that the United States of America remains the brightest beacon for hope in the world. After reading each poem and then rereading and rereading and rereading, we were finally able to make a decision. And we are happy to have the 2 students who won the contest with us today, along with their families and others from King Street School. Before I introduce the 2 winners, I would just like to thank those at King Street School who are here with us today and helped make this contest possible. Their willingness to participate again this year speaks volumes to the love and patriotism which runs through the halls of King Street School. And it makes me so proud to be an alumni myself of King Street School. A special thanks goes out to Mrs. Gwen Gallagher. Mrs. Gallagher is the assistant principal at King Street, and she has been instrumental in making sure that this is once again a great success. And now on to the poems. So I'd like to introduce our 4th grade winner, Samantha Ruffles.
With pride and strength, you stand so tall and risk your lives for us all. You protect our flag of red, white, and blue, and for that I give this poem to you. It does not matter if you are big or small, young or old, because you helped us fight for our freedoms, your stories are told. So I hope you understand that me and many others stand by you hand in hand.
Thank you so much, Samantha, and great job. Let's give her another round of applause. And now I'd like to introduce our 5th grade winner, Grace Gibson.
These special people stepped up when our country was in need. Bravely and boldly they stayed strong when terrible things were happening. They put themselves in harm's way knowing the danger they faced. Protecting America, our home, aware that they could die. They helped make the country what it is today and worked hard even when they were discouraged and injured. They left behind their homes and lives to serve and help America. Some never made it back and never saw the triumph. They helped us win our freedom, though some could not see it. We remember them as heroes and honor their selfless bravery. Veterans, both past and present, are great and special people who, in the midst of hate and terror, never give up no matter what.
And let's continue that round of applause for Grace. Great job. A special thanks and congratulations to both Samantha and Grace and to all those who participated at King Street School. And now you know the saying, Mary doesn't know this, but give someone a microphone and you don't know what's going to actually happen or what they're going to say. So I have a little surprise for Mary, and actually Representative Godfrey doesn't even know this too, but if you can join me up here, we kept it a real secret. So as many of you know, this is the 10th year that we've done the Walk of Honor here in Danbury, an idea that was all started by my good friend Mary Teicholz and a friend to all of us. And so in order to recognize her and for the great work she's done here, Representative Godfrey and I, along with our other colleagues from the Danbury delegation, including Senator McLaughlin, Representative Harding, Representative Duff, Representative Arconti, and Representative Smith, present this General Assembly official citation. Be it hereby known to all that the Connecticut General Assembly hereby offers its sincerest congratulations to Mary Teicholz in recognition of your unwavering dedication and commitment to the Walk of Honor for 10 years. As organizer and founder, you have stayed true to honoring the veterans of all American wars, both past and present, with the utmost integrity, compassion, and selflessness. You have truly touched the lives of many veterans and their families with your determination to show your appreciation for their sacrifices and celebrate their outstanding commitment to serving our community, state, and nation. We gather together to commemorate and thank you for your outstanding work in the community. The entire membership extends its very best wishes on this memorable occasion and expresses the hope for continued success given this 15th day of October 2017 at the state capitol in Hartford, Connecticut, and it is signed by the President Pro Temp of the Senate, the Speaker of the House, and the Secretary of the State. Congratulations, Mary, and thank you for everything you've done.
I'll stand behind you.
Thank you, representatives. Now I can't find where I am. Well, now we're on to the big thing of the day, and my husband will come up and read the Warrior Award nomination that we received for Danny Hayes. Come on up, Lee. You can clap for him because he helps a lot.
This nomination was submitted on September 19th, to whom it may concern. I am submitting this letter to nominate Daniel Hayes Jr. for the 2017 Walk of Honor Warrior Award. Not only is Dan Hayes the Executive Director of the Danbury War Memorial, he is also the Director of Veterans Affairs for the City of Danbury. Dan has a lot of responsibility between the two jobs, but he handles them in the most professional manner. Dan served as a specialist in the U.S. Army during Operation Desert Storm. He was awarded the Bronze Star for Meritorious Achievement on March 15, 1991. As a team leader for a Civil Affairs Support Team for the 3rd Armored Division, Mr. Hayes demonstrated a superior knowledge in civil affairs problems and tactical and technical proficiency, which ensured the smooth operation of the team. During a patrol one day, Specialist Hayes' team members were having trouble with sight and location of the enemy, as well as their own convoy due to oil, fire, smoke, gusty sandstorms, and much confusion. While maneuvering behind enemy lines to effect an ambush, while fierce Republican Guard soldiers were concentrated on Marines engaging them from the south, Specialist Hayes' unit faced friendly fire from their own Apache helicopters, while at the same time learning that there were dismounted enemy infantry all around their position. His orders were to leave their vehicles and prepare foxholes to get below the bullets' flight path, since any firing by them was blind due to visibility problems and total chaos. As his team began to dig in, they realized in 120 heat, full Army fatigues covered by 80 pounds of full protective outfits and flak jackets, that they may not make it in time. So at his own peril, Specialist Hayes removed all of his own protective gear down to his t-shirt and began digging foxholes one at a time for each of his 5 colleagues, while they covered him with protective fire, digging his own foxhole last. Congressman Elizabeth Estes stated that Dan put his own life on the line to ensure that some or all of the soldiers in his unit would not die out there. After returning to the States, Dan's act of heroism did not stop. Dan was given a civilian award by the city of Danbury for rescuing a woman from a burning vehicle that was involved in a motor vehicle accident. While other rescuers had left the vehicle fearing for their own safety, Mr. Hayes remained inside the vehicle with the occupant, although the flames were spreading rapidly. Mr. Hayes was eventually able to free the occupant from her seatbelt and pull her to safety. Please consider Daniel Hayes Jr. for the 2017 Walk of Honor Warrior Award. Respectfully submitted by Chick Volpe.
Would you like to say a couple words, Danny? And here's your
Thank you very much, everybody. It's great to see so many people here, so many friends and family that I don't get to see enough. I really appreciate this award, and if I didn't know it was about me, I would think it was kind of impressive. I will admit, my wife doesn't like to hear it, but I do stick my neck out sometimes for others or to help strangers. Not for recognition or awards or anything, but because I think it's the right thing to do. I got a letter from Senator Chris Murphy after the car incident saying how great it was, blah, blah, blah. And he doesn't know if he would be able to do something like that in that situation. I want to say to everyone out there and him, especially the kids, you don't know until it happens if you have that in you. Not everyone has the chance to be a warrior, but there is a warrior in everyone. Thank you. Chippy, wherever you are, thank you.
Isn't he great? And now I would like to welcome the Acting Commissioner of Veterans Affairs for the state of Connecticut, Mr. Thomas Sadi.
I first want to thank Mary and Lee Teichels for their steadfast support of our veterans, not only in Danbury, but in the greater Danbury area, and for all that Mayor Mark Boughton has done for our veterans in Danbury and beyond. I'm really humbled to stand here before you today as the Acting Commissioner of our State Department of Veterans Affairs, because my job is serving those who have served, those who have sacrificed so that we, as the Mayor said, may gather here today as a free people in a democratic nation. And I want to personally thank all those veterans and current service members, Guard or Reserve, active duty, whether you served domestically or abroad. Thank you all. I want from the bottom of my heart for your service, as the Mayor said, because without you, we wouldn't be here today. So I applaud you and thank you for your service. At the State Department of Veterans Affairs, we support nearly 200,000 veterans across the state of Connecticut who call this great state home. And we live the mission of serving those who served. And today we come together to recognize a man who exemplifies that mission, Army Specialist Dan Hayes Jr., who embodies the selfless mission of service to others, in uniform and out of uniform. As the nominator said, he put his fellow soldiers first, having no regard for his own safety while serving Operation Desert Storm. He then continued those actions here at home as a civilian, saving the woman from a burning vehicle. In addition to serving as the executive director, as his nominator said, he also serves as the municipal veterans representative Director of Veterans Affairs here locally. And so I have the honor of working with him in my capacity as acting commissioner. And I want to let you know that Mr. Hayes has been to every training we've had at the State Department of Veterans Affairs so that he can help better serve our veterans. And I'm proud to be able to work with you and hope that I have a long tenure in the future with the department and working with you and our other municipal veterans. You're an inspiration, and it's an honor for me to be able to honor you here today in recognizing your strength and courage and that of our veterans and service members who are here. I'm proud to be able to join the Danbury area veterans, friends, and fellow service members for this ceremony that is so important, particularly on this 10th anniversary. To all those who support this, thank you for your service here, and that we never forget our veterans. It's not just Veterans Day on November 11th. It should be Veterans Day every day. And with that, Danny, I want to present you with the Commissioner's Coin and thank you for your service. And for those of you who don't know about service coins, so the next time I see Danny, if he doesn't have his service coin with him, he has to do push-ups. And if I don't have my coin with me, then I have to. If he does have it, then I have to do the push-ups. Or buy a drink. But thank you all very much. Thank you.
What would you prefer, push-ups or drinks? Which first? Well, we're at the close of the Walk of Honor for this year, and I can't believe it's been 10 years. And again, I want to thank everyone for being here. I have, as the mayor would say, a little housekeeping to do. I would like to thank all who are involved and always come when I call them, and for participating, and for all the people who are so swelled up about our veterans like I am, and I'm just very grateful you're here. I would like to thank the Girl Scouts from Danbury. Thank you, girls. You always do an amazing job. They help handing out things, and they did a lot of the baking inside, so blame them for the calories. I would like to thank Dina, who is in charge of the Girl Scouts. I text her and I ask her in an email, and she always says whatever you need, whatever you want. So personally, thank you, Dina, for your help. And there's another person who we don't always recognize, and that's Louise Pinard, who is always there organizing and keeping our veterans in line when they need to show up at events. And she does a great job, and I want to thank Louise. We have the Emmanuel Lutheran Comfort Dogs here. You can go and speak to them if you know someone in need who may need a comfort dog going through PTSD or whatever it may be. Please visit them and chat with them. We have Team Red, White, and Blue here. And I just want to read their mission statement. Please stop by their tent, talk to them, find out more about what they're all about. Their mission is to enrich the lives of America's veterans by connecting them to their community through physical and social activity. They contacted me to be a part of this, so thank you very much, Team Red, White, and Blue. I would like to thank our sponsors, which I don't know what we'd do without them. Always Secure, every year they call me up, say, do you need more flags, and have them shipped directly to me. I never have to ask them for a thing, they just do it. And the Moose Lodge, Danbury Moose Lodge, 1373, who gives me the money. After the walk, refreshments will be inside. We have coffee, cake, everything. And after the walk, many of our Girl Scouts will be they have earned their vet badges, and we will be presented with them. So I think I covered everything. If I forgot someone, I'm sorry. Thank you. And the walk will begin with Mr. Morley, and he will start out walking down the walkway, and then my husband will continue the walk. You can follow him, and I think the explorers are along the roadway. So thank you. Have a great Sunday, and Give Danny a kiss when you see him.